viewers, this is Pushkala and we are going to see what is stemming and what is lemmatization and how it is different from one another. So let's start. So first, let's see the example of stemming concept here. When I give the word guided or guiding, the stemming gives out the word guide instead without the E. Whereas while looking at the lemmatization process, when I give guided or guiding into the lemmatization process, I get guide, the full word. By looking at this, you might have gotten the idea what this two is about. So this two is about finding the root word, finding the root word. So let's say you're working with a textual data set and you see a lot of similar words like this: guide, guiding, guidance, guide, some word all related to the root word guide. So what if all of those words are considered unique words? It might be a problem. So in that case, I will have to um, go deep down into its root node. So that is where stemming and lemmatization process comes into picture. You will have to backtrack to the original word instead of using the branch words. So guided, guiding, these are all the word that is derived from the word guide. So what we are going to do is we are going to go back to the original word. So that is what we call it as root node. So while using stemming process, it just removes a few letters and it makes the word go back to the original word, but it might be missing some of the words here, some of the letters in that particular word. That is stemming. Whereas lemmatization has its own dictionary, or otherwise known as lookup table. So whenever a word comes, it goes to the lookup table to find out what is the root word for that particular word it is looking up. So it will arrive at the exact word. So whereas by looking at this, you can make sure which is computationally expensive. This one takes a lot of time because whenever a word comes, it is going to go into a dictionary and look up whether the word has a root word, and if does, it is going to retrieve that. So that is computationally expensive. It is going to take a lot of time to process. Whereas in stemming process, it does not take a lot of time. Doesn't take much time. So this is why this particular stemming process is suitable for large data sets. So while processing a huge amount of data sets, this stemming process might be a better idea than going for lemmatization because of when you are taking time into a consideration. So this is what stemming and lemmatization is all about. So let's see a Python implementation of this one. So let me first import the necessary library. So we are going to use the package called NLTK. This is nothing but natural language processor, natural language toolkit. We are going to use this library, and if you want to download, you can just use install NLTK. So you can use this command to install this library. I have already installed it, so I'm just commenting that. I'm proceeding with the next line of code. Okay. So let's say I'm going to import a few libraries that I need for stemming and lemmatization process. So first, let's go with importing the necessary libraries. Yeah. .stem. Lemmatizer. And the second library is going to be ltk.stem. import. Yes. Okay, dot. So these are all the libraries I need. With that, import the NLPK package as well as a whole, because I'm gonna download some specific libraries after this. So for that, I need import NLTK. So this is for lemmatization process, the word net lemmatization, and this one porter stemmer is the stemming processes library, and this word tokenizer is nothing but it is going to take the text and it is going to make it each and every word separate. That is what this word tokenize is doing here. So first, before going into the stemming process, I need to download one library. Download this library called PUNTK. What this library does is it is going to learn some parameters from a collection of text in an unsupervised way that is going to be related to a target domain. Maybe that domain may be an abbreviation or acronym. When you have something like that, it is going to go back to that original one. So that is why we need this. So I'll just import this. Even if you don't have this, you will get an error saying one particular library is missing. You can download it then. So first, let's go to the stemming process. So in the stemming process, I'm just gonna need a text first. This is not a sentence per se. I'm just gonna say a random word to show you guys how this is going to work. So I'm just gonna use some random words which might have the same root word. Guided, guide. Okay. So this is not a sentence, full sentence. This is just a bunch of words that I have created to know how the stemming process actually does work. So let's get into the stemmer. So I'm gonna use this porter stemmer. This is the function, and I'm gonna create a function stemming. I'm gonna pass a text inside, and that is first going to go into the word token. I'm gonna call the word tokenize, and inside I'm gonna say text. The text is going to be passed inside this function, and let's say stemmer dot stem my library, and I'm gonna use this is a list comprehension, so I'm gonna use and I'm gonna write a loop after that word token. Yes, and it is going to return the stems. So I'm gonna call this stemming and I'm gonna pass this text inside. As you can see here, this is what has happened. So from run, running, and runs, these three words came out run, 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 because it is just going to remove a few words, so it's fine. But run does not change to ran. Sorry, ran does not change to run. So this is one of the problem with going with stemming. And see the guidance part. Guidance has missing E, and guided and guiding, it removed the unwanted words, but still guide is not retrieved. It says without E. So this is a problem. So when you go for a bigger data sets, even though it retrieves something like this, it is fine. So when you are using smaller data sets, you can go for lemmatization process. Okay. So I'm going to use the same text. So I'm not going to write the text part again. Let's directly go into the function. lemmatization. I'm gonna use this word net lemmatizer. Definition, lemmatizer left line. So I'm gonna pass the same text inside. So it is going to take the word token. Maybe I can just copy this. I'll copy this and change the necessary text here. Okay, this is lemmas. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Okay, function name is wrong. Yes. Okay, so inside here, again, we have done the word tokenizing where we have passed the text and it is going to take each word separately. That is word tokenize. And I'm going to pass each one of that word to lemmatize function. And it is going to return back the lemmas. That is each word going back to its original word. Okay. It doesn't do much here. Okay, let me just print. Yeah, I'll just download another library. Okay, download this WordNet database. So when that is right, let's see how this works. Please start and download. I'm still saying the same words here. Let me just change the function. Yeah, I found out what the problem is. It is this push thing. We have to say dial back to the verbs. That is the missing part here. So it is dialing back to the verb of that particular word. So that is the problem. If I want the noun, I can say N. If I want the verb, I can say V. If I want the adjective of that particular word, I can say A. So now here I just want the V part. It has to dial back to its verb. So V, that's all. So that's it for the lemmatization and stemming part. So if you have any doubts, leave it in the comment section. Thank you. Bye bye.